On this season of Pit Wars,
Don't get over here in my face.
the pressure is on.
Oh, my brisket, dude! This is my house now. My house!
4 elite pitmasters head out for a wild ride on the competition barbecue circuit.
I am one of the greatest pitmasters in Texas. All these Georgia boys, I guarantee you they'll respect me.
Yeah!
All right, you have seen this guy on Chopped, on BBQ Pit Masters, and tonight you are also going to get to see him on Destination America. I am here with Ernest Cervantes.
How's it going?
Who is a barbecue master.
Yeah, I'm a barbecue pit master, grill master, my extensive line of stuff. But all in all, I love to barbecue.
According to what you said, you're the best in Texas.
Yeah, I'm one of the top Texas barbecuers in the competition circuit right now. I've just been blessed to be so successful. But the key is to win and always be on top. And to be the best in Texas takes a lot of work, and we're doing it.
I bet it does. Now this is so interesting that you have built a career here now out of just being awesome at making barbecue. I mean, how did that kind of start for you?
You know, long story short, we could be here and sit and drink a couple of beers out here. But, you know, long story short, my neighbor said, hey, have you ever thought about competing? And I said, no. He said, I'm going to pay for you to get in the competition. Long story short, we got first place, and I got the barbecue bug bite, and the rest is history.
That is amazing. So someone just thought your stuff just rocked. Just a friend of yours who's tried your barbecue and believed enough to say, hey, let me enter you in this thing.
Right. And it snowballed after that, and we've been very successful by the grace of God, and now we're here with you.
And now how'd you come up with the name Burnt Bean Company?
Long story short, when we started, we tried to figure out a name for the competition team. One of the ladies I work with says, you probably don't even know how to cook beans. You're going to probably burn them. So I just, put 2 and 2 together, the Burnt Bean, and we threw company at the end, and it was a great name, and we got a great following and a lot of great fans, and yeah.
It is a great name. Now you're going to show us a little bit how to prep some ribs here, right?
Right. Today what we have is some really good loin back ribs. I wanted to show the people on TV today that we can make some really good loin back ribs. They're easier. They're more, I always say they're a lot easier to cook, and so this is a good loin back rib. They're about 2 pounds. They're nice, clean. They're part of the meaty part. This is the most tender part of the rib part. There's also the spare rib, and those take a little bit longer, and it's a little bit more skilled here. These are kind of dummy proof, so anybody can do these.
Okay, why don't you just kind of show us, I guess, how you start kind of doing whatever you do here, and tell me too a little bit. Now, when you go to these competitions, you got to pick the right kind of meat.
Right. Right now, what we in Texas is brisket ribs and chicken.
Okay.
Spare ribs, not loin back ribs, and we cook half chickens and we use brisket. I use Creekstone Farms, which is nothing but high grade prime brisket. I think in the competition world, you got to have that one bite. The judges don't get a pound of brisket.
Oh,
they get one bite. So you got to put all your eggs in that one basket and try to knock it out of the park. So we try to use the best quality of meats we can. And sometimes those briskets cost $150.
Wow, and that seems like a lot of pressure to say, hey, I got to knock this out of the park, like you said, in one bite.
Right, and that's where it comes into. This kind of barbecue is a lot different than you would go to a different barbecue joints. With different barbecue joints, it's very simple, it's very easy, and so there you have to use a lot of richness. It's kind of like I compare it to a cheesecake.
Yeah.
If you got a great cheesecake, you can only have one bite and that's about it, and you're happy with it. But that's the same thing with here. You don't want to eat competition barbecue. You don't want to have a pound of that brisket because it's too rich for that.
Well, look, I can eat a lot of cheesecake and I can eat a lot of barbecue too. So tell me a little bit about the seasoning you're putting on there.
Okay, this is my this is the burnt bean pork rub seasoning that we're about to roll out, and what I have here is some oil, and we keep it very simple.
What kind of oil do you put on there?
A little bit of, I like to use canola. The reason why is olive oils and peanut oils will actually react with the different rubs, and it kind of will give it a different flavor.
Oh,
kind of like a neutral oil. All we're doing is just trying to rehydrate it with the oil.
Nice.
And I always tell people get liberal with it. This has a little cayenne pepper, cumin. My little secret weapon is honey powder.
Oh,
we have some dehydrated honey powder in here, and I like to dredge it 2 stages. The first one is very light, and then the second one's very heavy, and we tend to press and kind of get that oil reacting with it. And then on the back, a lot of people take the ribs and they take the membrane off. I kind of just like to score it. And the reason why I like to score it is just basically just to keep the rib on the bone. Some people say, oh my gosh, my ribs were so tender they fell off the bone. Well, that's our goal. We want them tender, but we want them to keep on the bone.
Yes.
So, and then the back, we just lightly season it. The reason why this is the most direct heat, and we don't want it to burn and get bitter on that.
Now, when you guys are out there and you're prepping your stuff, and there's all these other guys out there, do y'all like smack talk each other with barbecue talk?
I'll tell you one thing, and the great thing about Texas is just like anything else, we have a lot of pride. And we're best friends on Thursday. We might actually help each other out. Hey, you got an onion here or there? Yeah, sure, buddy. But when it's game time, it feels like they owe me money.
Oh,
you know,
man.
I have that attitude, like, don't talk to me, you owe me money. And then, hey, afterwards we'll have a beer or two.
That's
but
great.
right now, competition barbecue is about as fierce as competition you can get. You know, I went to the South filming these shows. I went to compete in Alabama and Georgia and all the Mississippi area, Florida area, and they're a different breed of barbecue. They take pride too, but there's just something about Texas barbecue that we just think we're better than everybody else.
And I think we are too. And you're going to get to represent tonight on Destination America, 9 p.m. Central Time,
That's right.
and you're going to be able to show how they do Texas barbecue.
That's right. You know, we're going to, I guess, unknown lands for us Texas boys, and to show them and to see how we do out there too. Yeah. And you got to stay tuned. There's a big shockers in there, and it's great stuff. So
that's awesome. And then to see you live, you got a thing with HEB going on as well coming up.
Right. Right now, we're actually on a tour. It's called the HEB Barbecue King Tour. What they did this year is they went to 5 or 6 different places all over the state of Texas. They took the top 5 out of each place. There was 2 one in Edinburgh and 1 in the Rio Grande Valley. They had 2 in Houston. They had 1 in San Antonio, and the top 5 come. I won the 1 in San Antonio.
Perfect.
So I'm the grand champion, and actually we'll be competing in September, and it's going to be actually on the HEB off of Goliad.
Yeah, we got that up there on screen. People can take a look at it. Come out and see Ernest and support him. We're going to eat some delicious ribs here in a little while on the show. It's going to be awesome. Stay with us. We'll be right back.